Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at knottylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Why it's not allowing me? Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, bring you the latest and trending topics. And I have some guests with me today. Let's just bring everybody on. Hey, 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 everybody. Happy Sunday. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Welcome to Self Care Sunday with Naughty Love and Crew. Okay. I'm so happy, ladies was able to join me.
Yeah, somebody's got
It's
an
an
echo.
echo.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Hello?
you. Somebody's echoing. I think it's everybody mute their phones or their
Is it me?
devices. Hello? Am I still echoing? Okay, you guys. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Before we get into today's topic, number one, I wanted to round off Women's History Month with this self-care show. Because as you all know, like women neglect themselves all the time. We're gonna get into all of that. Before we get into today's content, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so you can be notified when I update content to my channel. And please share my content on your different social media platforms. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Good morning, Miss Bugs. Happy Sunday. Yes, self-care Sunday. Hi, Gabrielle. Welcome. If people want to join, I'll drop the link because we're going to have an open panel today about self-care. To start off, I'm going to start with my guests to see what are their thoughts on self-care and what they do as far as self-care. And Vernita, we'll start off with you. All right. Vernice.
Vanita? Oh,
Yeah.
me?
Can
Yeah,
you
you
hear
want to
me?
go?
Can you hear me? Okay, I had to come off mute. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
there you go. Everybody go on mute. Go ahead, Vernita. What does self-care mean to you? And what do you do for your own self-care?
Self-care for me is like mental care. I love mental care. You know, I like to like watch TV, just drink a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, and just sit there and put on an old movie. And I'm not really watching it, and it's watching me, but my mind can just float, if you know what I mean. It can just float out there. Or I like to go to the beach. I love going to the beach and just watching the waves.
Oh God, we have that in common. I love the beach.
I'm really at peace when I watch dogs. I just watch any dogs, puppies, big dogs, just play, and I'm at peace.
I
You
love
know,
it.
and it calms me down. It de-stresses me. And I think that's very important because if mentally you're not fit, then your whole everything about you, everything you do from that moment on, if you're not mentally fit, it ain't gonna be right. You
I
like
get you.
moving like a zombie. You know what I'm saying? You just repeating yourself and moving like a zombie. But once you get that mental part of you fixed and you de-stress it and then you can function. Everything function right to me. Even
I,
if it don't, something go wrong, it's not so bad if you
I get
mentally
it, and I
fit.
agree.
You know.
You have to
So
prioritize yourself.
yeah, you
Vernice,
do.
what are your thoughts on self-care? Bernice, you still on mute.
First of all, what I do is try to stay free of things that get me upset. Don't worry so much about things I can't do anything about. And I always try to put myself first, and I don't think that nothing is too good for me. Whatever I want, I get it, and I'll worry about it later. Whatever makes me happy at this point in life.
I love it. I love it. And it's self-preservation, right?
Exactly. That's the word.
Self-preservation. I love it, Bernice. And Kim delivers. What does self-care mean to you? And what do you do for your self-care? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Kim, come in.
I'm here. Voila, with my fancy pen. Okay, so what I do for myself, I break it down in a couple of different ways. For me, it's physical, it's emotional/mental, and it's also spiritual. So for on the physical, right now I'm having some health challenges, so I can't do the exercise and stuff that I used to do. But what I try to do is I do deep breathing, I do stretching, because I want to be able to, make sure that I'm caring for my body. I'm taking small steps to change my eating habits and things of that sort. My daughter's been on me about going vegan, but I can't do that yet. But I am trying to be a little bit, and I'm trying to put more vegetables in and have a couple of meatless days. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the other thing that I do though is for my spiritual, and this really helps me. And that is every morning I have, and I happened to go, my mom passed, I was cleaning out her room and she had a book of shareable prayers. And so what I do is I just shuffle through them and I let my spirit tell me which ones to fall on.
Mm-hmm.
And I read those and it's almost like it gives me comfort because although I miss her, it's almost like she's talking to me. And they have a lot of great messages. I also have another book that I have where it's basically like excuse me, it's basically like it's affirmations for that day. So I actually shuffle through that too, because in my mind, the reason why I shuffle through it, I do it randomly. I pray over them first and I allow the universe to show me what I need.
Mm-hmm.
As it relates to mental and emotional, I'm a piggyback on what Bernice said, and that is that I try to first not to allow anything to stress me out. However, that's kind of hard in life. So what I've done though to protect myself is I establish boundaries. I'm intentional about everything that I do, and I'm true to myself. But even though I'm true to myself, I still need to be a win-win-win for all. So I try to do the best with the whole situation in hand. And then beyond that, I got my psyche. I just, it matters to me what I put in my mind. Like today I was scrolling through Facebook and somebody had put a story of this lady who had shot her husband. I said, oh, nope, I'm not reading that. You know what I mean? Nope. No. And then they had the audacity to film it. I was like, no, I'm not watching that. So those are the things that I do.
I love it. I love all of it, ladies. And thank you so much for sharing. For myself, self-care, I wanted to change the scene. This is self-care right here. I have to make sure I get adequate
Yeah.
rest. I have to be comfortable. That's why I have a big old bed for my little old self because I always wanted to feel like I slept in a hotel every single night. Okay. All right. And I allow myself a pajama day, okay, where I stay in my pajamas all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just be comfortable and things like that. And today is that day for me. Also, I feel like self-care is ongoing. It's maintenance, all right? So like this
Right.
week, I had my primary care annual checkup for myself. Now that I got my mom straight, now I got to focus on myself.
Good.
I understand how important it is for me to take care of myself. And I might say, like the doctor, I have very good results. My pressures are in order and things like that. And I do have instructions. She wants me to do more intake. So I went and got this big jug yesterday because a lot of the times, being that I work from home, I get stuck in that desk and I'm not intaking enough. All right. So being mindful, being present in the moment, setting the atmosphere. I don't know if you guys heard it, but like I got my candles lit. I had some music on. I was going around doing my housework and, putting my week together, putting things in order, making my list. Writing down my goals for the week, what I want to accomplish for the week. So all
Mm-hmm.
of these things they're a part of self-care. So many different levels. I know myself, I have to challenge myself because I need to start working out again. Because it expands my energy. I last a lot
It
longer
does.
and I'm quality. And even if it's me taking a 20-minute walk during the day, it's exercise. So
Oh, 20
I
minutes a day, that helps.
exactly,
I've been trying to
exactly.
do that. Yeah, because I'm at the point now, poor circulation. I need to get circulate, not just with people, the body.
I know what you mean.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I said that stretch. But you're right, because I can't do a lot, but I said what I can do, I'm going to try to make sure that I do. And I got those little bands and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And that's strength building. So, like I discussed with my primary care doctor, because I type a lot. And I just been noticing like cramping in my knuckles and stuff like
Oh,
that
yeah.
from me having to type all the time. So she encouraged me to get like a stress ball
Well,
that
yeah.
work out my knuckle,
In your
the
hand, so you
tension
don't
in
get
my
like
knuckles.
tendonitis.
Exactly. But the main thing is you have to be mindful and self-aware. And I think it's important. Let me drop down into some of these comments. Thank you, Beyond Branded, for joining me. Sin City, thank you for joining. She says, hello, Knotty Love
Hi,
crew. And my big
Sam.
Hey,
sister,
Sam.
self-care is a must. Absolutely. Hey, Feds, thank you for joining. She said, hey,
Hey,
OG
Fast.
crew.
Hey, Fast.
Okay. All right. Um, Outside of your cup of coffee, Vanita, and you sitting by the ocean, which I love. That's like one of my favorite things to do, to go to the beach. We have that in common. It's something about the salt water. Is there anything else that is a must on your self-care list?
Well, besides mental, I do a lot of things for me that make me happy. Like, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can
I
you hear
could.
me? Oh, okay. I do a lot of things that makes me happy. I like to sometimes I feel like I'm spoiling everybody but me. So I go online, I do a little shopping, I do shopping. I go and I shop at my favorite stores and go check it out and I make sure I spend a certain amount of money on me because I do a lot for other people and I just, really don't think about Vernita. And I think that's important that I think about me sometimes.
I think it is too. A lot of times we get thrown to the wayside trying to take care of everybody else, and we're falling apart.
Yeah, I take myself out to dinner. I do a lot of things that I would probably do with other people, but I feel like it's necessary just to do it for myself.
And you know what? I date myself. I know Mary
Exactly.
J. Blige has said this in the past. I take myself on dates.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go to restaurants that I've never been to, and I sit down and I have my drinks and some good food. Girl, meet some new people, and I'm good. I go home, I'm in a good space mentally, physically. I'm good.
And I
I
love to
forget
go out by
I forget
myself.
my knees be hurting sometime, girl. I get out there and I be like, I'm not in any pain. I forget what's going on with my own body because I be enjoying myself so that's some of the things that I also do for me, personally for me.
I love it. I keep getting an echo, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it
Um,
is an echo.
I'm gonna try to fix it. It's because I'm on my iPad,
Oh,
so I think something's going on with the sound. I don't have my microphone connected.
hi, Fez.
Hey, Fed. I could try to put on my headphones. So, Bernice, is there
Yes.
anything in particular that you love to do for yourself in your self care? Like that's a must in your life?
Oh, shop, gamble. uh, just in, I just like to, talk to my grandchildren and my little great grandson. That makes me so happy.
I know children make me happy too. They really, really do. Because you just never know what's going to fly out of their little mouths. And they're just so innocent and precious. And they're not tainted by the world.
Yeah.
Yes, and they tell you the truth.
Exactly.
Trust me, they tell you that 2-year-old is something else. Oh, he is his facial. If it's not coming out his mouth, you can tell what he's thinking by his facial expression.
Exactly. Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. No
Okay.
echo.
Yeah. I put in a headphone, so hopefully that'll prevent the echo. I love it. I know my mom loves her grandbabies. Okay, they could do no wrong, and I
right.
know like half the stuff she do with my children and my
Mm-hmm.
nephew, she would not even think of allowing us to do.
Right.
I was a little jealous.
I
Hmm.
was too.
Especially, what do you want to eat? You didn't have a choice.
Not
Exactly,
at
and
all.
my mom she'll make 3 different meals for all of them. Okay, like.
Yeah, yeah. See now, for us, for you, she wouldn't do it, but for them, she a short order cook.
That's right.
Uh-huh. Exactly. I love it. And I think it's important that we talk about this because everybody's idea of self care is different, right? But there's certain things that I make sure I do for myself. Once a month, I make sure I go get me a mani pedi, and to eat things like that and just get rubbed on. It's something about human touch, right? It
Yeah,
does.
because I do the same. I make sure I get my mani pedis, and at least twice a month I'm getting a massage.
I love it. I love it. And another thing I love is my smell goods,
Oh
ladies.
yeah,
I
that.
love
Yeah,
scents.
aromatherapy is good. Yeah, sense is good. That is
Yes.
true.
So my bath and body collection has to be extensive, okay? Because I love to be like, ooh, what I want to smell like
hmm
today, okay?
And
So
I
I
also
be,
do acupuncture too, as well.
yeah. Tell us about that. Like, what are the results for you? How long have you been doing that?
Well, I've been doing this, I think, since like in the fall, started in fall last year, and it was doing me, it was doing really good. Like, no, in summer, and then I stopped right at at the end of like the fall, near the end of the fall. But it was doing really well because I have rheumatoid arthritis. So what happens is that I swell a lot. You got a lot of inflammation, and when things swell, if you think about it, and I never thought about it until I started researching rheumatoid arthritis and what I could do. But when things swell, it's in the inside of you is closing your veins and your capillaries. So it's making your circulation go really slow. So it opens up your circulation. Now, the first person I went to was just a regular person, okay? And it kind of hurt, and it seemed like he wasn't really onto the acupuncture side of it. He wanted to give me all of these herbal things, and I just wanted to do acupuncture, but it hurt. So then I talked to somebody, and as God would have it, the universe gave me Dr. Kong. Dr. Kong he's been in this for 30 years. University of Michigan is here, and it's the Harvard of the East. And so he works with their team, with their sports teams there, and he is ninth generation Chinese medicine. And that's one of the oldest and most traditional medicines on the planet. So when I'm going back to him now. When I was going back to him, and I just started about 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm doubling up, going twice a week, where I used to go once a week. But it was so bad because I had gotten busy for annual enrollment, and with you being in insurance, what that's like. So I just said, well, Dr. Khan, I'm going to concentrate on making this money right now. I don't have time for all this going back and forth to Ann Arbor, because it's an hour away that I travel to go to him. And that's how good he is. But now when I went there, I was in so much pain when I went back. But now I'm starting to feel better. And that's just as I think today is my 4th treatment. So it is really good, and it's good for so many different things. And he doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. That was one of my questions. Does it give you any pain during the process or anything?
No, I mean, it depending on where he'll put it. Well, mine's in my knee, and the inflammation and everything was such that I really didn't feel anything because it was more just skin. But when he puts it down there on the feet or near the ankle or something like that, you feel it a little bit. But but as soon as he puts it in, it's over with. So I mean, that's it.
Is this expensive?
It's not that bad. Well, for me, it's $75 a visit.
Okay.
And how often do they give you like a recommendation of like a regimen on how often you should go, so you can really see how much the cost is?
Well, he probably would have, but I didn't ask him for one. I just told him when I was going, and once I was going every week. But see, I have also one of those health saving accounts.
Okay, got you.
So I was using that. And then now that I don't, because I'm off right now on work for medical, because I really want to get this together and tend to this. He has this thing where you buy a package. And so that's a little cheaper.
I like it.
it. So, and I'm willing to spend that, for the time being, because what my plan is to do now is for a month, go twice a week. Then the next month, go once a week. And then after that, go every other week.
Gotcha. I love it. I love it. And this is all a part of it. You can't be afraid to explore alternative treatments, because they really do hurt. And acupuncture has been around for centuries.
Yes. And then the other thing is that my feet were getting cold. The circulation is getting really bad. And so now, since I've been going to him, I don't have that same thing anymore.
Wow. I like it.
Yeah. So, that's the other thing too. My circulation was really
to that.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
this. Kim Fed said she has hers once a month. Her
Oh,
acupuncture.
Fez. Yes. I wish Fez could come up and talk about hers.
She's at work.
Yes, she's
Oh,
at
she's at
work.
work.
Oh,
She's
Yeah,
at work.
but see, so yeah, acupuncture is another thing that I do. Of course, I do the spoiling of myself. Now, I used to didn't, and I think the reason why this is a subject is so important is because listen, what we didn't say is what we need to say, and that is that us as women, and I'm not trying to push men aside because I'm not, but because we are nurturers and then we have families, we tend to give our all. Okay, to everybody, and then a lot of times we find ourselves left depleted. And that's why self care, some people might think that, oh, yeah, self care, la, 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 that's a bunch of la, la, but not really, because you have to sometimes, especially for women, we have to stop and say, let me replenish, because that's just like why they tell people on the airplane, to put on your mask first, because you can't help anybody if you're not good.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly the point of this panel today. Like, that's one of the things, because with everything I'm going through with my mom, I have a
Mm-hmm.
benefit at my job where they give me a coach. It's a coach for caregivers and stuff
Oh,
like that. And
good.
yeah, and they stress taking care of yourself. And so I just been really like mindful of it. I need to increase like my veggies, but I'm a fruit head. I love my fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I just be so busy sometimes. I would have to remember to take time to plan my meals and things like that so that I'm not missing out on the nutrients that I need.
Mm-hmm.
But I take a lot of supplements too, to compensate
I
for
do
what
too.
I am missing, because some days I just don't eat right. I don't. I'm a sucker for some lemon pepper chicken wings. Okay, that's why my cholesterol was slightly elevated, because I gotta have them at least twice a month.
Mm-hmm. I know. I know how
So I
that is.
think I'm gonna just cut down on my portions that I have. Like, I don't have to have
oh, that's
20 in one sitting.
impossible.
Yeah, I know how it is. I don't even want
And
to tell
I'm
my
a
secrets.
foodie too. I love food.
Oh, I do too.
I love
I
food.
do too.
But that's part of self-care too. The food you intake, right? I know, Vernita, you love to cook. So what are some of your comfort foods?
I've been off, had my mic off while y'all were talking. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I love to cook, girl. I cook anything, but my favorite dishes is like greens, soul food. I just love to cook soul food. Period. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
will cook anything in soul food. And greens is my by choice. Greens. I love greens.
Mm-hmm. I love me some good greens too.
Yeah, so
Okay.
make some greens. I can eat that 7 days a week. I'm not
I
lying.
love me some good greens.
I can eat 7 days a week. As long as it's turnip. Yes. Yes,
I
I
like
love it.
comfort food too. Like soul food is comfort food. I mean, I have a wide palate when it comes to food, but I don't know. It's something about breaking bread.
And then I like sweets. I have to have sweets.
Look,
But I
what's your
like
favorite
certain,
sweet?
I'm real picky. I'm real picky. My favorite is peach cobbler. But it has to
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
be my
love peach
mom's
cobbler.
peach cobbler. It has to be her peach cobbler. I don't eat nobody else's peach cobbler. And
I
people be
hear
like,
you.
why? I be like, it just, over the years I tried and it just make me sick to my stomach. My mom make it exactly the way I like it. She put the exact amount of cinnamon and everything in it. I don't like a lot of cinnamon and I don't like nutmeg like that, but she does it just right and she sticks to the program. You know what I'm saying? If she deviates, she know I would tell her that's nasty. Let's do this again. You know? And this is like once a year. Once a year, I get the biggest, and I do mean the biggest peach cobbler you ever seen in your life, girl. And I eat it by myself. And it's my birthday, so hey, she does it for my birthday, and everybody's jealous, so she'll do 2 pans, and she be like, "Cause Vernita's not gonna share." I'm like, my peach cobbler, that's it. My peach cobbler and greens, I don't play about. But the rest of that, I share. But not those two, girl. Mm-mm.
Yep, yep.
It
Vernice, do
got
you
to
have?
be my mama's. I don't know why, girl. I said I said, Mama, and you know I won't even sit down and learn how to cook it. I
You're
won't sit down and
spoiled.
learn like as if I'm never gonna lose my mom. I would not sit down and learn how to cook it. But you know what? I'm gonna sit down with her and I'm gonna learn how to cook this doggone peach cobbler because this don't make no sense. Here I am, 61, and I have never sat down to learn how to cook my mother's peach cobbler. Never.
Mm.
So I think
You
I'm
know what
gonna
that
do it.
reminds me of? What's that Christmas movie? Not this Christmas. Though it's a Christmas movie with Danny Glover, Monique. It was an
What
all-star
was that?
cast, and
Yeah, and this
his wife
Christmas,
passed away, and he kept trying to get her sweet potato pie recipe. He kept trying to get it right exactly. Hold on, I'm getting feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I
Can
know
I?
exactly what you're talking about. It had Chris Brown in it. It had that sexy man in it. What is his name?
I don't remember the name of it. I don't even know the name of that one. I don't remember seeing it.
And that girl, she put that shotgun on her husband, and she was gonna shoot him because he was cheating on her.
Okay, okay.
You know what you know what I'm talking about, right?
I
And Chris Brown saying this Christmas in the movie.
I'm talking about a different one. It's a different one with Danny Glover and Monique,
Oh yeah, what?
and his wife passed away, and he just kept trying to figure out her sweet potato pie recipe. He wanted to get it just right, and he
Yeah,
kept
but the
saying like,
daughter,
"I
yeah,
wish."
the daughter did pull a gun on her husband. Yeah, yeah in that movie. Yeah, because he was cheating on her. What is that movie name? I know what you're talking about. It was a
Let me
real
get
good one.
careful.
The sisters didn't get along. Remember?
I'm gonna look it up.
None of the sisters got along. They was bickering the whole time. And he just wanted to make that sweet potato pie.
Yes.
He couldn't make that sweet potato, and then he finally got it. He finally
Mhm.
got that pie.
Mhm.
My mom makes some good sweet potato pies.
My mama too.
Oh yeah.
My mom was the sweet potato pie lady.
Yes, she make it with a candy
Oh,
top.
that's what it is. Almost Christmas.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm gonna look that one up. I'm gonna look that one up.
that is such a good movie. It is so funny, and it's just really good. It's really good.
Yeah. So, Bernice, I keep getting an echo. Bernice, what are
Yeah.
some of your favorite comfort foods?
Well, everything that I'm not supposed to have, I can make just about everything my grandmother used to make. I can't tell you the recipes, but I can remember how I used to watch what she used to put in it. So based on what it looked like and taste, I can do it. Potato salad, sweet potato pie, apple pie, bread pudding, rice pudding,
Ugh,
peach cobbler,
yes.
ribs, chicken. You think, so many things that I like to eat and shouldn't eat.
I love all of that stuff. I swear, every time I go to Philly, like it's always like Thanksgiving all the time in my family. That's a regular thing. That's what we do. We break bread together.
That used to be every Sunday when my aunt was alive. We all went over after church. Oh my God, the best.
Exactly. And that's part of our self-care too. Like getting together as a family, getting that love and everything. It's nothing like my family love. Like when I'm going through stuff and I go see them and stuff like that, and we could just sit and chill and all your worries can just be on pause just for a little bit. And you just sit there and just catch up. And like my cousins were my first friends. So like I'm just like really close with my family like that.
It's a great thing.
It is a great thing. But also, let's talk about getting adequate rest. Okay. That's a part of it too. If you don't get the right amount of sleep, it can start messing with your psyche and things like that. And it starts to affect your appetite, your mood, everything. Let's talk about how important rest is. Kim, you want to start?
Yes. Well, I'm just gonna say this. When I first went on medical, which was okay, my last day at work was the 3rd of March. I have been in the bed from then until last week. And I was feeling guilty at first. And but my job, I'm a field sales agent, so I'm always doing events, running here, running there. People call me. Some people call me at 7, 8 o'clock at night, and it's like, I want to sign up. I'm up on that phone doing whatever I need to do and working, packing up stuff for the next event. So I was telling my daughter, I feel so guilty. She said, "Mom, you have been on the run. I don't know how long." She said, "You have been on the run not only for your job." She says, with Granny being sick, with Grandpa getting sick. She said, "You've been working like I don't know what since I can ever remember." She said, "You're just tired." She says, "And you have to remember, Mom, rest is not a privilege. It's a necessity. Your body needs rest in order for your organs to be able to heal and regenerate. That's a necessary thing." She says, "And so if you're sleeping like that, that's because your body is telling you that." Now, what was profound about that is that, in a way, I did feel guilty about resting. I always did. I always have, because I'm like, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. Now, I am a little hyperactive and I like to do a lot of stuff and be on the go. But I have to recondition myself to understand that, yeah, rest isn't a privilege. It is a necessity. And if my body's telling me I'm tired, then that's what I need to do. So that's what I've been doing. Okay. I've been making up for that a lot here lately.
Yep, you gotta pay attention to your body. And if your body says sit down, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not gonna kill you. I know I have to take a nap. A lot of time on my lunch, I just take 20 minutes just to rest
Mm-hmm.
myself, just so I can stretch my energy throughout the day. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't get sleep, you can't process things properly.
No, you
Okay, and then
can't.
it's a ripple effect from there. You start
Mm-hmm.
making bad decisions and things like that, and then you end up with regrets.
That's true.
Also, getting rest is a reset for your body. It's a rest for
Mm-hmm.
your organs and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so important, and I didn't realize how important rest was until I went through a depression. Okay, and I was
Mm-hmm.
up round the clock, and that wasn't normal, but I
Mm-hmm.
crashed and burned. So we want to prevent this with amongst our women, and that this is an issue amongst women. Self-care, putting that money aside to make sure you can take care of the things you need, because what is the point of getting involved in different relationships and things like that, and you're not whole, you're not together, you're
Mm-hmm.
not one?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to talk about the different components of self-care that matter, and I want to say to all my women out there, you matter. You have to put
Mm-hmm.
you up here.
That's
you,
true.
you have to love you first, you have to value you first. All
Mm-hmm.
right, and if you start treating yourself well,
Mm-hmm.
people will start to notice your glow up, and you'll attract better
Mm-hmm.
people. You,
Mm-hmm.
you will, statistically, you will.
Mm-hmm.
So Vernice, what are your thoughts on getting adequate rest?
Oh, that's been pretty hard for me to do. I've
Okay.
worked 37 years. I worked nights, never worked
Mm-hmm.
days. So,
Good
when I'm
program.
supposed to be in bed, I'm not.
37 years?
37
Wow.
years,
So
Why
your
you
body's
work nights?
programmed.
night shift. The world
Yeah.
doesn't stop in a day.
I can't even imagine that.
Both periods I worked nights. On the weekends when I worked as a nurse, I worked nights. American
Mm.
Express, I worked nights, and I found it to be you were basically on your own, and you didn't have anyone over your shoulder. So that's why I always loved working nights.
Nights does
Mm-hmm.
have that. That's true.
And as a
Mm-hmm.
young person, like if you slept late, the old people used to tell you, "Oh, you're sleeping too much. You're going to get your eternal rest soon. Get up and do something." But it's kind of hard for me to. I just first of all, I'm not comfortable most of the time laying down. I'm only
Wow.
sitting up. But the worst part of sitting up, you need to be moving, not just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to
Mm-hmm.
get a hold of that.
And I started to recognize, like, if I don't get adequate exercise, I don't get a good night's sleep.
Exercise does help you get rest too. Rest well.
It really does. So even if it's yoga, ladies, like I love yoga because yoga stretches you out, and that's what you need for your muscles and everything to stay fluid. You know what I mean? Stay mobile and things like that.
Mhm.
So I a lot of times I'll do yoga. There's a lot of free videos on YouTube.
Mhm.
And I have like a little fireplace heater in my living room. I'll make my own hot yoga. Okay. I put on
I'm
that
not
little
doing no hot yoga. I'm not doing
it
Listen,
hot
feels
yoga.
so good though. Like when you
I've tried,
sweat.
Knotty. I can't even tie my shoes without getting out of breath, and damn sure can't cross my leg. I be trying.
It's not for everybody, but I love it for the stretch factor. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
I just need to stretch out my muscles and things
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
why I do little stretching exercises and stuff like that. But that hot yoga, wow, I've heard people take it though, and they said that they did it and it helps them burn calories too.
And it detoxes you.
Yeah, because that sweat, because sweat is a detox. Hmm.
Hmm.
But
So I
one
love it.
thing you got to be careful with that as an older adult, if you're on hypertensive drugs, you cannot be anywhere where you profusely sweat.
You don't have to
Exactly.
tell me. I learned that the hard way.
I get it. I get it. Well,
But
I'll do it
Nadi's
for
still
all of
young
us.
though, so she can do it.
I'll do it for all of us.
Yeah.
I'll do it for all of us. I only go like
Yeah,
every
lift a
once.
leg for me.
Yeah, I know.
I only go every once in a while. Every once in a while, I just want to
Mhm.
shed, shed.
Mhm. Mhm.
But also, ladies, I want to talk about staying on top of your health care, how that is so important. You can't be afraid to face things. You know what I mean? You just gotta you gotta go to the doctor. If you follow doctor's orders, you'll be okay. But it's so important to stay on top of like your mammograms. Cause like now I'm about to turn 45 this year. And my primary care, she says it's time for you to see a colonoscopy doctor. So she gave me a
Mhm.
referral. Like, okay, because it's important to stay on top of that. Cause a lot of things, early detection is the key.
Right.
If you catch it early, your symptoms and your treatments may be manageable or minimal. Okay. So that's the importance on staying on top of your healthcare, making sure you go to your OBG every year, making sure you go to your primary care doctor, and making sure you what other doctors do, whatever doctor regimen
There's
you
so
have.
many different doctors,
There's
you
so
know.
many different doctors, but now that I'm getting older, now I'm seeing like my doctor list is expanding.
It's going to even expand based on your family history.
Yep.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly. So I know like that's why I'm glad like me and my mom and all of us we go to the same doctor
That's
Mhm.
good.
because
So
they
they
have our
basically
history.
know what you know what you would have a tendency to get based on family history.
Exactly. And Vernita,
And
I know you could speak to this about staying on top of your health care. Can you talk to the chat and to everyone about the importance of staying on top of it?
Well, it's very important that you stay on top of your health care. And when you reach a certain age, there's certain things you need to take and focus on. You need to do the mammograms. You need to do the colonoscopies. You need to go get a full physical. And you need to go make sure that your lungs is good. Make sure that your heart is good. You really do need to do those things. Go see some of these specialists out here because you never know what's going on inside you. And if you catch it early, you can prevent it. You know,
I completely understand that.
I make sure I go to all of my doctor appointments, and I request certain appointments. When I feel like I need it, I request it. But you really need to stay on top of this. And if you're not feeling good, don't sit there and brush it off and think that somebody tell you your blood pressure high and they tell you, oh, go eat garlic, go do this, go do that. Don't put a band-aid on it because those things just suppress it. It don't help it. So if you got high blood pressure, you need to be put on a medication. As simple as that. You need to be put on a medication because it's very serious. Your blood pressure gets too high. You can have a stroke. Strokes is number one cause that lead to a direct cause that leads to a heart attack. You know, people don't realize that you have a stroke, you right behind a heart attack. It's right up the road. So
Mm-hmm.
you really need to stay on top of things. And just if something's wrong, tell your doctor. Call your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be sitting around, trying to listen to people googling it and all this. You know, I don't pretend to be something I'm not. I'm not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't. I am not a doctor. So when something's wrong with me, bump what the people say. Take your butt to the doctor. Plain and
Period.
simple. Period.
Period.
That's right. Put a period on that. Put an
And,
exclamation point on that.
and can I tell you guys, don't be afraid. Hold on. Don't be afraid to get second and third opinions.
That's what I
Okay.
wanted to say because having your doctor, the right doctor, is it. Now, for one, I'm not a doctor, but I believe in researching because I believe me and my doctor is your partner. Now, when I had got RA, I researched it and I found out that I had RA, but I had to argue with my doctor that I had RA. She wanted, because I have osteoarthritis too. So she wanted to tell me it was osteo. And I'm telling her I've got other symptoms like Raynaud and other excess. So finally, she gave me a test. When she said, well, I'll give you a test. And before I can give you a test, I have to ask you questions and da 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 da. But the way she was talking to me, it was like, it was up here in my head. So when she called me, she was like, well, Miss Tucker, I just wanted to let you know you were right. Now, see, that irritated me because it's not a contest. You know what I mean? And then I felt two kind of ways. I felt like, oh, even though I knew I suspected I had it. But then I was, I felt a little down spirited because of that, because, oh, I got it. But then I can't even talk to my doctor about it because now she's so indifferent, So I had
Mm-hmm.
another doctor that's way on the other side of town, but I loved her. And I said I was going to go back to her. And then, as God would have it, she moved like 10 minutes away from me and she was here. So her and I partnered together as it relates to that. Because the other thing is that, yeah, they're doctors, but they don't know your body and everybody's body reacts. So I've got her throwing medicine at me. I got my rheumatologist throwing medicine at me. And then all these side effects started happening. My blood pressure shot up through the roof, and so then I had to tell her, listen, we got to do something. I said, you give me medicine, we got to kind of ease this medicine in. And so she was like, okay, let's do this thing. Get a pill splitter. So all I'm saying is that, and then that helped. So I split my pills, I eased myself in, and I upped my dose. And then now I'm okay with it. However, but when they were all giving me all that stuff all at one time, it was a lot on my body. So you got to get the right kind of physician to be able to work with you. And although I believe in medicine, I do believe in functional medicine and doing some of the other things because food is the best medicine in all
Mm-hmm.
actuality. And so I didn't get a chance to speak on that food thing, but I did want to speak on it. I have, my palate is wide. So whether it's Thai food, Mediterranean, whatever, Indian,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I just like food and like stuff tastes good. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, that's what so I try to eat stuff that is healthier, and I would love to be able to cook more, but because of my condition, I can't stand up to cook as long, but being able to try different cuisines and like Mediterranean food is pretty much healthy. That's another good thing. Some of the Asian foods are healthy too, because I like Korean food too as well, Vietnamese, and some of those like the pho dishes, things like that. There's it's like
I
a
love
good,
Korean barbecue.
yeah, me too. And the Szechuan food, and those are all stir fries and things like that. So, those things matter, but food does matter because I know that my daughter has moved a lot into her diet out of the meat realm, and a lot of her symptoms. She had an irregular heartbeat. It brought down her cholesterol because you get a lot of cholesterol with meat. So when you're talking about strokes and heart attacks, a lot of that is cholesterol, and meat products does that a lot to us. And when you're eating more protein, you stay fuller longer, so you don't eat as much. And that's what I'm learning from her. And that's why I'm trying to put that inside there. So like I have a smoothie. I only had breakfast today and it was a small breakfast. I had a smoothie that I put with my supplements, chia seeds, spirulina. And I'm starting to get hungry now, but you know, it's been since this morning. So it does work.
I love it. Vernice, what is the importance of being on top of your health care?
I'm in charge.
Mm-hmm. Speak
I
about it.
found I found in some communities, the better your insurance, the more things they want you to do that are not necessary
Okay.
based
Mm-hmm.
on your insurance. And it's a business. Medic, anything in medicine is a business as well. So the more they can make off of you, they will. And then you have to make certain decisions as to do certain things. Like I'm on a drug, which they're saying, okay, but because you have lived so long, we don't think you need to take this. But I've been watching people around me and others who stopped taking this particular treatment. Well, the minute they stopped, they died.
Wow.
So
So
I'm like, no, I'm going to continue on with this until I feel comfortable with doing something else that would keep me where I am, as where they can't see. I'm in remission, in other words.
got you. Let me just say hi to the chat. Hi, Anna. Hi, Yvette. If you ladies want to come up and talk about what you do for your self care, please feel free to join the panel. Please make sure you guys are hitting that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share my content on your different social media platforms. And thank you to everyone, my Knotty crew, for helping me get my viewership up. We almost to 3,400 views, so we're getting that much closer, you guys. I love it. Thank you all so much. And I'm okay growing slowly and gracefully, like myself. Okay, that's the way I age.
Yeah, some
I
some
grow
people
at
age
my
faster than
pace.
others.
Exactly. I love this topic, and I just wanted to talk about it in honor. And this is what I wanted to kind of close out Women's History Month with. We have talked about the differences in how our generations are being raised. That was our first series. Please go back and check it out. It was called I Was Raised by OG, You Was Raised by IG. We had a good laugh.
Yeah, we
Last
did.
week we did Girl Code. That was fun conversation. Okay. We felt like the women of today need a reminder of Girl Code. Okay. Because I think we
Hmm.
kind of lost our way a little bit.
Yeah, and then they can share that, and then it's a nice show to be able to share with a youngster too.
Exactly, because I want to bridge that gap. I believe in looking and listening to our youth, and I feel like we can learn from them just like they can learn from us. But
Absolutely.
if we
Hmm.
open ourselves up to them more, they'll be more forthright in
Hmm.
sharing with us and things like that. And in dealing with my daughters, I just try not to come from a place of judgment.
Yes, that's important.
Ooh, yes. Let's see what some of these comments. Thank you,
Yeah.
Vernice, for greeting everybody. Angela, she says, I stopped taking medication for cancer. My levels are pretty good. Now, that's my friend Yvette. She does herbs. She does a lot of herbs. She's an
Yeah.
herbalist and things like that. She educated. And when I had blood pressure issues, she helped me get like a cocktail together for myself that
Hmm.
will work for myself.
I
Gabrielle says, I'm
listen.
listening before the sleep. Oh, she's listening to us to fall asleep because it's nighttime in Paris.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly. Uh-huh. Okay, she says she
Oh,
believes in nutrition and good quality foods.
Yeah.
Yes. I like my food fresh. Like I like my vegetables and stuff fresh. I don't like canned foods. I don't like a lot of processed. I try to make my stuff from scratch for the most part. Um
Hmm.
I will do frozen vegetables though. I will do
I will
frozen.
too. But the other thing they say about having fresh foods too is Now this is, from some people that are functional medicine people, but they say that when you have fresh foods, you also bring in the life force from them because they're live. So you're bringing that life force into your body.
Exactly. Like I can't wait to have a yard so I can just grow my veggies, because that's one of the things. Like my mom's friend would come and do our lawn for us or whatever, and he taught me how to garden, and I'm so happy that I learned that skill, because look at the world today. I'm telling you, y'all, you're gonna have to start growing some of your stuff or whatever, because things are getting so expensive. It's expensive to eat healthy. It's sad, but it's expensive. So you
Well,
have to
not
get.
only that, food is perishing quickly. As soon as you buy it, if you don't get to it right away, in a few days, it's no good.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's about.
Yep. And that's the importance of prepping. So, like a lot of times when I get a lot of fruit, I'll chop it down, clean it, and freeze it for my smoothies.
And let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you something else. When you get fruits and stuff, if you don't see flies and stuff going towards it, that ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not organic.
Fed says we have a lot of fresh foods here, and that's my daily. And walking barefoot helps blood circulation. Yes. Have
That's
you?
true.
Oh, I
So,
can't stand to walk without my shoes or slippers. Oh,
but
Oh, I
it's
love
good
walking
to get
count,
barefoot.
grounded. Like if
count
you,
me out.
if you
I
ever,
can't stand staying
sometimes when
between
I
my
go to the
toes. Nope.
park, no, but sometimes when I go to the park, like I'll find a
Yes.
patch of grass and take my shoes off and just walk and just become one
One
with.
with earth. Yes.
Yes, it's good.
Because I did Reiki, however you want to pronounce it. I did that healing, and that's one of the things that she says that once a day is to, even if you can't get out and outside, but to put your feet down and think about becoming grounded. You know what I mean? To be
Mm-hmm.
grounded, but it's preferably, if you can get outside and put your feet there, and then all your nerve endings too are at the end at the bottom of your feet, so that helps too as well.
Exactly, exactly. Angela said she coming, she getting her college. Now Angela, she grows her college. She's down
Oh,
south
that's
or whatever.
good.
She said, I'm cooking greens today.
All
And then
right.
she says, Knotty can also cook. Thank you, Angela.
Yes, she can. We seen her out
You
there
still
getting
doing
that
them
food
turkey
together.
wings?
Huh?
You still do the turkey wings?
Absolutely. I love me some turkey wings. Okay. I love me some turkey wings. I'm a foodie, Bernice. I'm
Hmm.
a foodie.
Me too. That's my problem.
Me too.
Fed says they do a lot of things to other foods to kill us, to
That's
try to
true.
cut the pie. Can I tell you guys, I went to the market the other day. Remember I was on live with my friend, and they had strawberries with a hint of pineapple in it. Like
What?
they don't
Huh?
manipulated the seed or something to make strawberry pineapple strawberries,
They
if
keep
that
Like
makes
they do the
sense.
modifying these
grapes.
foods.
They do the grapes that way too. They manipulate the taste. They cross.
Exactly.
No, I don't want that.
Gabrielle says you need to ground your feet. Gabrielle also says chakra is all the points of energy.
That's right.
It is important to take sun to the vitamin D. Absolutely. That's why
I
Hmm.
every
have to
chance
do
I
that.
get out in the sun, I go out and get my dose of vitamin D. Anna says I love to go to the park and sit in the grass and visualize
Yes.
things. It helps me to ground. Yes, Anna.
Not in no dog doo doo.
You
Mm-mm.
don't like the outside, do you, Bernice?
No, I like outside, but it's
I
too many.
love the beach. I love it. Depends on
I
I
tip
love
out
the
the window.
park. Yeah.
Hmm.
You like Rose from 227. You be right in the window.
Yeah, but no, when my bedroom, I open the blinds and I get all the sun. I'm here in South Florida, so there's no way where you
Oh
can't
yeah.
get sun.
Yeah,
Well, I'm in
exactly.
Michigan. We don't have that all the time.
Uh-huh. Oh, Sarah B says, I tell you, clean your homes with hot water and vinegar is better than the chemicals.
You're right.
My
Absolutely. You are
grandmother did
so right.
that. My grandmother did that.
Uh-huh.
That was a good tips too. Also, like being organized, guys, that's a part of being of self-care too.
I know.
And you have to really make time for that. Um Vanita, you there?
Yeah, you keep going on mute.
Oh, because it's an echo sometimes. But what are your thoughts on being organized and things like that?
Right now I'm not so organized, but I love what I am. So right now I'm not so organized.
It's
I've
all
been
good.
I've
You
been
know
real
what?
lazy lately. So I've been tired, so I just been real lazy. I'm not gonna lie about it.
So I'm a very organized person. Um, but I learned to start small, right? And I learned.
Normally I am. It's just that I don't know. I've been real tired lately. But
Hmm.
normally I'm like people say I got OCD. Uh, I gotta have stuff cleaned, and people. I think my house is dirty, but people say it's not. But I do. I think it
It's
is.
not to your standards.
It's not to my standards, right?
Well, we have to learn, Vanita, to not be so hard on ourselves because that stuff is going to be there. And as long as you're not living filthy, I think it's more important for you to relax and get the rest that you need. That stuff will be there.
Yeah, people always tell me, they say, well, Bernie, there's nothing wrong with your house. You just forever cleaning. You
Hmm.
can't sit still. But, I'm sitting here now, I'm doing something to my bed. I'm talking to
Look,
y'all, and at the same time, I'm popping blankets on my bed. You know?
look. So I got this pillow today when I went to the store. Stay a while.
Hmm.
I love pillows. Like, if I could have 100 pillows on my bed, I will.
I do. I have to have at least 10 and above.
No, that's too much work to have to take them down, put them back.
That's what I
Man,
was
I
saying too,
just shove them
Bernice.
to the other side, just
Oh
shove them.
no.
I put them on the
Uh-uh.
other side, but I have a king, California king bed. So,
Oh my
Hmm.
God.
yeah, I have a huge bed. And I seen one bigger than this, and I'm thinking about getting it. I just like to get lost in my bed.
Me too.
I do. I like
I
to
told you.
roll. I like to roll. you know, you stretch across the bed and just cover every little part of my bed. But
I call it starfish.
my kids, I literally, my bed is so big that my kids, they be in here playing spades. I like wake up sometime and they in my bed playing cards. And I'm like, like, what y'all doing? They be like, well, you've been asleep so long and we just wanted to be next to you. So we all just came in here, and they be
That's
eating
sweet.
and playing cards. And I mean, I wake up and I got to play a hand of spades. I'm like, what's going on? Or they just watching TV, just sitting in here, and they're like watching TV. I spend a lot of time in my bed, though. I ain't gonna lie. I spend a lot of time.
I make sure I get up and make my bed and I try to stay out of it all day. Cause like when I don't make my bed, it makes me want to get back in it.
Yeah, I can make this bed, and I'm gonna
No, once
still
I'm
get
up,
back in
I'm
it.
up.
Hmm. So I think this was a good chat about self care. I appreciate you ladies joining me. And to everybody in the chat, I appreciate all of you contributing. Hold on, Vanita, I gotta mute you. Yeah. There you go. I appreciate y'all joining me. And I want to wish everybody happy Women's History Month. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's first and foremost. You're no good to anyone if you're not taking care of yourself. And I'm going to go around the panel and let everyone give their closing thoughts. Kim, we'll start with you.
Just take time to rest, take time to breathe, stay in the moment. Don't worry about yesterday. You can't help what happened yesterday because that's in the past, and that creates depression. You can't worry about what's in the future because you can't do anything about that, and that creates anxiety. Just worry about living the moment,
In the
and tomorrow
moment.
will take care of itself.
I love it, Kim. Thank you so much. Vernice, what are your closing thoughts about self care?
Well, my self care is like give praise to whoever you pray to when you open your eyes and dirt is not your blanket, and go on with your day. Don't worry about a thing.
Amen.
Exactly. Amen. I love it. And Vernita, what are your closing thoughts?
um, get do plenty decompression, de-stressing. Do
Right.
Mm-hmm.
plenty of
I
that
love.
de-stressing, and just keep up on your medical. Keep up on your doctors because you really need to take care of your body. You need to know what's going on with your body, and
And then,
everything else falls in place. Once
mm-hmm,
you're healthy, everything else falls in place.
That's
I
right.
love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Vanita, I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. Okay. So also, guys, when you're feeling down and you feeling sluggish, be vocal. Everybody got that one good friend. Express it. Talk it out loud. Let people know
Mm-hmm.
how you feeling so they know how to support you through that. A closed
Yeah,
mouth don't get fed.
not at all.
A closed mouth don't get fed. I
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
appreciate every last one of you ladies for joining me. I'm gonna go into some of these comments. Angela says she fighting that now. I'm gonna call you after the show, sis. Make sure you good, okay?
Yeah.
And let's pray to our Heavenly Father also. Yes, prayer
Yes.
is
Mm-hmm.
so important. Prayer is so important. And don't forget, guys, sometimes people just need for you to listen. It's okay
Uh-huh.
to just shut up sometimes and just absorb it.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people just need to
Right.
vent. And don't forget, one thing I had to learn, we see people going through things and stuff like that. You never know what people's situation is. Let's not forget to have compassion for others, right?
Amen.
Because it takes time. We're all work in progress. We're all
Right.
work in progress. And Kim may realize that she need to work on something at different periods of time. People have to be ready. So you have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure you meet people
Where
where
they are.
they are and have some compassion. I'm not saying be a fool and let people take advantage of you. Just
Mm-hmm.
know that this here thing, life is hard for all of us on many different levels. And people are
Mm-hmm.
so quick to judge a situation instead of trying to put
Mm-hmm.
yourself in someone else's shoes.
That's true.
So I love this panel today. Gabrielle says, let's pray. Fez says, great show. Be safe. Love us first. Keep negativity away. Angela says, yes, Lord. And
Mm-hmm.
Gabrielle says, it's true compassion and empathy. So I think this is a great way to close the show, ladies. I'll be in touch. I'm looking forward to future ideas. I have some ideas of shows that I would like us to do together. I've been writing down my ideas in the book. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
seems to enjoy our panel and
Yeah.
everyone that contributes it because you all are queens. You're my royal
Oh, you are
court.
too, Knotty. And thank you so much for having us. I
I
appreciate
love
Thank
being
it.
you.
on your panel.
I love it.
Thank you.
We all have fun.
Mm-hmm.
We all have fun, and I love learning for you ladies. So I hope everybody has a great rest of their Sunday, and make sure you take the time. I don't care if it's 5 or 10 minutes. Just take the time for you, whatever you
I
want
am.
to
I'm
do
getting
in
ready to
it.
go on a trip. Tuesday, I'm out.
Exactly.
You sure
Good.
are. Well, you
Good.
enjoy your trip too, girly girl.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Enjoy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the ladies down and close out this show. We'll be in
All
touch
right.
soon.
Good
Love you,
ladies.
ladies.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right. I hope you all enjoy this Knotty session, Sunday self care with Knotty. I hope we can do other shows in the future like this. I hope everyone can take something away from this show. And if nobody told you they loved you today, I love you guys. Okay. So let's start there. That's where self care begins. You have to love yourself. And to all my haters,
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I love y'all too. I embrace my haters over here at Naughty Crew, okay? Because that hate gotta turn into love some way, somehow. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. Also, share my content on your different social media platforms. Let's leave it in the comment. Please let me know what your self-care routines are, or what you do for your self-care, or what is a must on your self-care routine. I appreciate you all. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.